Junior is definitely going to be under some pressure. The question is if OG can close out the game before OG gets too many auras on Darkseer, items on Gyrocopter, before Nightstalker kind of gets ineffective.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 1 of NAVI Junior versus OG here in the opening rounds of the Western EU qualifiers for DreamLeague Season 25. 3 slots available here for this region, so the pressure a little bit less than usual, but of course there is always a lot of pressure in this region. So many good teams, so many threats, and so many upsets every single time in the Western EU region. You gotta be ready. NAVI Junior, can they pull it off versus OG, or are we going to see a return to form for OG here? Let's find out. Firstly, we're starting in the night time, of course, so a bit of an advantage for OG. NAVI Junior just going to be very cautious and kind of hold a line here together. Except Zayats, of course, who is never cautious at any point in any game.
So what's he doing up there? We also have a smoke. The PM8 might be in trouble here if OG catches the right angle.
Yeah, so Zayats goes and places a very deep cliff ward behind enemy lines.
The battle begins.
Things get revealed. Nothing really is going to happen. Both teams just going to be able to
greatest tragedy of our eon.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Zayats. He got himself a bounty ring.
He did. Slight lead for NAVI Junior already. Now we're gonna see Zayats snipe the range creep here, or are he to get the full XP, or is he gonna wait for Darkseer?
Is he a good teammate? Let's find out.
I think waiting for Darkseer is better here. Yeah. So you want to hit level 3 on you want to hit level 3 on Darkseer.
Yeah, interesting. He's oh, he did use it. Yeah,
actually, if you think about this lane for now, when Nux can kill the range creep, it's such a actually going on the Darkseer here.
Yeah, he's just trying to sit in the creep wave though, and with the Iron Shells, X-Nova can't really stand here and fight this, so he'll have to back himself away as Zayats goes for the pull, and should be successful in doing so. So, yeah, I mean, this is just classic Zayats, you know, he's probably the most annoying player to play against in the world. Already steals a bounty rune, gets a deep ward down, goes and kills the range creep, breaks up the wave. He's already doing bits.
Good. And I was gonna say before that I think this Nux Darkseer lane is such an easy lane to play in a way where you just double shell the wave and Nux kills the range creep and the lane is pushing in. Sure, you're gonna give farm to the Terrorblade, but it doesn't really matter. You just play for your own game. So pretty nice and chill way of setting up your lane here.
I want to ask you as well, do you have concerns about Terrorblade this game? Because there is a lot of magic damage coming out, or a lot of hybrid damage, I should say, coming out from the side of NAVI Junior. They also have illusion capabilities with PMA as well, so does that make you worried about this pick?
Yeah, to some extent it definitely does. I would say if the game goes late enough and Darkseer starts getting all the auras, so heroes like Phoenix and Rubik, Nightstalker start having lower damage output, that means the Terrorblade needs to do a lot more heavy lifting. But I feel like it's not that easy for Terrorblade to carry this game 1v5, right? Because we talked about you have the wall, you have the potential Aghanims on Darkseer as well. You have the Frost Shield, right, to protect from physical damage. So I would say OG is kind of on a timer this game. Of course, if OG managed to get a lot of items on 9 and a lot of items on Seb and stuff like this, and the net worth is even late game, they can still win. But I would say NAVI Junior just needs to get over the first 20 minutes of OG aggression, and I think they're in a really good spot.
So they're looking for the later timings then?
Well, I mean, they can also just win the game quite quickly, but I think OG's strength lies in the first 20 minutes. And if they can get ahead during this time, then I think that's OG's chance of winning this game. Other things, of course, can happen, but generally, I would say that's the nature of their drafts.
see if they're able to hit those timings or not. And what OG can do with their early power. Of course, that kind of relies on some of these lanes going well. I think Phoenix needs to have a decent time as we have first blood coming up on the top lane. They do catch PMA off guard as Zayat's once again going to pull the waves. X-Nova and 23 Savage taking advantage of that. Pop on the Metamorphosis and getting the kill. Nicely done. So that was really, really good for OG actually, because this is one of those lanes where it could easily get out of control pretty quickly, where you're just forced into this neutral situation which you don't really want to be in with a Clockwork TV lane. Your kill potential is good, and they do deliver it on that. 9 doing well at mid, honestly. You expect Puck to probably have a bit of an advantage before 9 starts to get some levels, but he's doing okay at the moment, although taking heavy hits here from Niku. And yeah, I did go for the Illusory Orb curveball, which I love seeing.
Yeah, I almost never see that. But I think the problem for Night Stalker is that he's melee versus range, right? So if you look at the CS, he might be doing fine, but if you quickly switch to net worth, you can see that Puck's actually almost 500 ahead. So just by the nature of getting right-clicked a lot from Puck, you know, you're gonna have to buy more regen. Puck doesn't really feel any threat from Night Stalker in the laning phase, so this is the downside of picking Night Stalker into Puck in the lane, but in the game, Puck should be under a lot of pressure during nighttime.
Yeah, Niku did really well there as well, knowing that he was able to bully the Night Stalker all the way back to lane. He just shoves it like crazy as well. That's what that all was about, even coming under tower to get extra damage off. Sure, looking for a bit more harassment into the Night Stalker, but ultimately taking down the wave really quickly, forcing his wave under tower, so 9 misses an entire wave of creeps. Goal the next one. All gone.
It's also kind of unusual to see a Meteor that doesn't go bottle, right? And abuses the water runes. He's just gone Bracer and Boots.
Yeah,
so he will be kind of pressured and no regen at all. And obviously Nico is playing on that, right? He's using Glyph, he's clicking him constantly. 9 just went back to base, he's already 30% HP here.
Yeah, this advantage at mid lane may have been very short-lived. We'll see how things progress here, but 9's going to need something. I don't know what that something is. Keep himself alive. Of course, when he hits the Helm of Iron Will, then life gets a little bit better. You get that natural regen coming on through. I don't know how close we are to that. It's down at bottom side. Well, the Juice just kind of farming up into the Phoenix. They're both trading. So pulling ahead a little bit at the moment, but ultimately this is just a straight up trade. As you say, waiting for that level 5. Except to hit that real spike.
Yeah.
Problem is,
I think
Ari can't really leave him to just solo farm, can he? You can't give him solo XP.
No, I think the way how they ended up picking Night Stalker mid and putting Rubik with the Phoenix, it did make the lane quite weaker than it would have been if they had a Terrorblade support or a Clockwork down there. So in that sense, yeah, the lane is not as powerful. It's also going to be interesting to see, like, I consider Phoenix a very strong kind of early game, mid game. I think the later the game goes, the hero does not necessarily offer. This is talking about core Phoenix, right? Not just Phoenix in general. Core Phoenix, I think, does fall off at some point just because other core heroes are gonna have more impact than you. I don't know if you're gonna buy stuff like Radiance. You're probably gonna buy Shivas, but I'm not sure how this hero actually scales.
We'll add a little bit here. Done some stacks, which will now also be taken by NAVI Jr. as well. So, bit of an L for Ari there, unfortunately.
You also have the Phoenix Night Stalker combo, actually.
Oh yeah, the anti-synergy as 9 comes running up to the top side to kill off PMA. Not sure he's needed here, but you know, he feels good about himself. Runs up to the top side at night time, punches PMA in the head to kill him, and then back towards mid. But now it's night time. Niku's probably not going to have quite as nice a time in the middle lane. In fact, yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with it. TPing down to the bottom side, looking to start the fight down onto the Phoenix, and absolutely no help coming in for Seb here. He's just gone. Not a kill for Niku down to the bottom lane.
And then we have the Wisdom Rune coming up here.
Yeah, luckily X-Nova's going for the steal as well, so nobody going to be contesting him for that, although there is Nah, it's good. And Niku's the one who grabs a Wisdom Root on. That's a bottle refill as well. Very nice. Ari should be dropping here. Nothing he can really do about this one. Trying to run himself around, dodge out the Impale, but Zayats is on it. Niku gets another kill here. 3 kills gained for the puck in a short space of time. Zayats, though, is going to pay the price for it. Seb comes swooping on across, and Nine's in the neighborhood as well. Gets a silence up onto Niku. Niku trying to run away. Actually, the silence is not there. It's just the nighttime ulti. There we go. Silence comes through eventually, and that should spell an end to Niku. Nine gets the kill. So, punished very effectively there, to be honest.
Yeah, that looked really good for Navi Junior for a second when the puck was killing the Rubik there on the Wisdom, but ended up being very good for OG overall, right? Nightstalker gets the key kill on puck there. Terrorblade takes top tower as well, and they get to trade bounty runes, so very good sequence for OG there.
Yeah, Xnova really putting in the work on the top side to walk over to the enemy rune. 9 gets the double damage. The puck was coming over for it. Likely won't do anything with this. It was seen and they know it's nighttime, so they'll be very cautious about showing themselves against 9 here. But still, it means the puck doesn't get it. Power tread's complete for the Nightstalker, going in now for the armlet next. So on the bottom side, we have the Supernova coming on down, trying to catch out Gyrocopter, but unfortunately Ari wasn't quite close enough to finish the job. Got the Goose going, got the Juicer going down. Oh, 9 will not find him. Nice TP away from the Gyrocopter, recognizing that the Nightstalker was on the way. And the Gyrocopter will live. That was a very, very important part of the game not to die into the Gyrocopter. He's already bottom of net worth. Zayats will kill Xnova with the help of Niku.
Yeah, Nick's already level 6.5 here. It's also very, very important for Navi.
Yeah, I guess hanging out with Niku and being part of all these kills has really accelerated his XP in this one, as they'll try to bring down the Lich, but that's not going to happen. Coil coming out, immediately snaps, but with the Impale coming across from Zayats, will it be enough damage to bring down 9-9? He's going to wand up. He needs to live here, and he might just do so, getting himself away. Seb defends him nicely, just throwing out those Fire Spirits and stopping them from getting the damage off to kill off the Nightstalker. 9 gets away. Niku continues to rush the tower.
Yeah, 23 Savage also ended up taking bot tower. He now has 2 tower kills to his name. He's very farmed. This is very much the start he wants.
Yeah, he's been very active on the objective in the early game. 5k above the park. That is really, really good, as they are going very deep onto Ari here, but 9's coming across. He does not want his support to go down like this, and it's going to get him a kill onto Niku, so punished pretty heavily here. Niku making some questionable moves here. Very, very deep onto the OG jungle, and just for a kill onto Ari, like even if they got the kill here, if they lose the puck, that doesn't feel worth it, so forcing the issue a little too hard on Navi Jr. and punished appropriately by OG.
Do have a long time day now for Navi Junior, so we might see them look to up the aggression, maybe take down this mid tower. At least that's what I would like them to do. Nightstalker very, very useless during the day, obviously.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned that the anti-synergy. Oh, hold on. Zayats is looking for a kill onto Ari. Ari gets the Carapace, but uses it immediately, which means that Zayats will be able to bring him down. Although, lift, throw back. Anybody gonna come out? No one needs to help. He's got no spells left on the next assassin. Ari gets away. But yeah, you mentioned the anti-synergy, and that did actually come to play down on the bottom side pretty much instantly. We saw the fight onto the Gyrocopter. I was just thinking about that and how the Gyrocopter escaped. And that was during the nighttime. The daytime hits, the Nightstalker loses all his speed, can't get there in time.
Good
point. That's really, really unfortunate, but also a kind of symptom of the heroes you've picked.
What overrides does the egg override all type of night? Does it also override darkness?
Yeah, so I remember reading something about this, and the egg is like the most, like it always makes it day, and I think Eclipse is the second one. So Eclipse is the second in priority, and then yeah, Nightstalker's kind of down at the bottom of the list.
Well, it seems like OG is gonna manage to keep up their towers, even though there's no nighttime, which is pretty big for them.
Over under tower, gonna get jumped here. And not sure he's gonna be living through this one. Let's get the kill. Tower now becomes up for grabs. A lot of heroes hanging around in the middle lane though, as you say.
Yeah, I think OG really needs to, like, every time Night Stalker has ultimate, they need to make something happen so that they can, like, get more of the map and get more items. Like, because Night Stalker doesn't really farm fast, right? Phoenix wants to fight at any time. Like, he's an offlaner going Vessel into Euls right now. So if he doesn't get those fights going, like, he will fall off compared to the Darkseer, who already has Mech, who's going Pipe next. At some point, Navi is just gonna have too much ways to survive, and Navi won't be able to kill them anymore. I think a big problem with OG is that also the supports have not really been able to get involved enough. Like, Clock is not 6 yet, and Rubik just hit his 6 before.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't seen
like
a whole lot.
OG really wants to make something happen soon. You can also see 9 drawing on the map. Not sure what that means, but they're pretty much splitting the map in half right now in terms of farm. Maybe that's what he's indicating, and I don't know if that benefits OG right now. I think they're waiting for the armlet on Night Stalker now. He's very strong. Terrorblade's very strong as well. So I would like them to make some kind of move happen.
What does that look like though? Are they just
think it's something like
around it down mid?
Yeah, nah. You want to smoke for sure. You want to smoke from the side and press Night Stalker ult and then just start diving. It's not the easiest thing into chain. Yeah, he doesn't have Chain Frost yet. He's gonna get that now, obviously. But into Chain Frost, Puck Coil, Darkseer Wall. It is not the easiest thing, but okay. We have the.
Yeah, a little jump here onto Zayas. Zayas just able to run himself out of those cogs with no problems at all. The follow-up not really convincing from OG, but now ultimate gets popped from 9 as he jumps in on this one, but again, they know to stay away from Riddies. Jumping in with all 5 heroes onto a Lich just doesn't end well. They should still be able to bring him down here, though that said, I mean, they see him, but they just can't get him. The Void is not enough. Cogs coming through, bouncing around. That poor old, not Darkseer, but he's not actually going to die here. Egg coming down deep, but look at the damage coming out. That Chain Frost bouncing around, and they'll kill off the Egg as well. Navi Jr. defend the fight perfectly and take down 3. Looking for more heroes. 23 Savage and Harry back themselves away, but they'll be fine. But that said, big casualties to the side of OG, and they get nothing from this.
Yeah, that's... Oh my god, that's so big for Navi Jr. Like, this is exactly the timing that we just talked about, where OG needs to make something happen, needs to get a good fight, and then the opposite happens. You see the Chain Frost killing basically 2 heroes on his own. This hero is so incredibly strong right now. In these type of scenarios, at least, where 2 heroes are clumped up. So, yeah, this was massive.
OG
and
giving...
reflects the net worth too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a huge jump up for them. And it really did look like they were going to be able to find a fight before Lich hit that 6, but they give him just enough space. You know, it was pretty much the last wave there where Riddy's got the 6. Then they jump into the fight, like the mech keeps Riddy alive, they get off the Chain Frost, and Egg gets killed easily. You know, it's everything going exactly what you would, kind of how you would have wanted it to there for Navi Jr. Oop, shot in, going deep there. I don't think he was... I don't know what he was expecting from that one. The heals are coming out. Will it be enough to keep him alive? Absolutely not. Right clicks come through. Riddy's claims the kill. Tower, though, very low. Can they finish it off? Catapult should do the job and get the tower for the Dire, but 23 Savage going to have to use his Thunder hit to keep himself alive, but there are missiles coming on down. 23 Savage able to avoid that, though. Will just be stunned up, but should be absolutely fine.
The fight we saw before was also kind of exactly how OG shouldn't take the fight, you know what I mean? Like, we just talked about how they had to smoke and press out Night Stalker ultimate, come in from the side, surprise Navi. Instead, what happens is Nux gets caught on the rune, just walks out, and then the fight starts from there.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to chase them down, and Navi can kite back and help their heroes out.
This is what happens when you go for the Nomad Battering Ram strat rather than the Misery smoke and play the game properly strat.
Yeah, maybe. We see the Puck also now has a 4-star, right? Which is what we talked about in the draft. Like, Night Stalker is only good against Puck until this 4-star comes out. Then if you can get away from the crippling fear, suddenly Night Stalker doesn't seem as scary anymore.
Yeah, smart pickup from Niku.
He's even gonna go Hurricane Pike. That's so cool actually. Then you can Hurricane Pike the Night Stalker away too. Create even more distance and scale. I really like this build actually. It's you must feel good.
Yeah, fully embracing the 4-staff life. That's looking around. Just getting information, which is why Navi Junior are able to play so aggressively. It's not just spike carapace going out from the next assassin.
It's not easy for OG now, right? When it's hard for Night Stalker to go in. Like there's too much magical damage. If he goes in without using his without getting anything out of his initial crippling fear, he might just get stuck inside, getting slowed and stunned and coiled. We also haven't really seen much from this offlane Phoenix.
No, we
like
haven't,
I think the hero does not. It does not really do much now. Even if he gets level 2 egg off, they could just kill it. So I would say it's a rough spot for OG. Now they do have a very fat Terrorblade, and they still have very strong kind of team fight. It's all about how they get the right angle with the Night Stalker ultimate.
Yeah, it's all kind of predicating on 9, isn't it? He needs to find a way to get into the fights and take somebody out. It's going to be really difficult though. Not just because, excuse me, not just because these heroes play at range, but also because they have the information from the next assassin. He's always up there. He's always given them information. Map information as well. You know, you've got the darks here, so lanes are constantly pushing in. That's also going to be an issue. So there's just a lot of information which Navi Junior have inbuilt into their draft. Joji don't.
Yeah, true. I mean, you also see Syke already has a Dagon, right? Pre-20 minutes, which is very scary for OG zeros on the map. So it creates this sort of uncertainty, like you can't really go anywhere you want, you know, being scared of dying.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Speaking of dying.
Yep, Ari looking like he might be doing a bit of that himself. Caught out by the side of Navi Jr. and going to be brought down pretty easily here. Zayat's going to claim that kill as Niku finishes off the Hurricane Pike. Yeah, another thing about this Pike as well, it allows you to kill the egg a little bit easier as well. Don't have to move in quite so close to make sure you can get the damage off on Seb. So a lot of advantages to going down this route.
It's not the item you see a lot on Puck, but it looks very good now that it's on and he's like so high net worth. Oh, Nux is hunting here.
Yep. And he's going to be killing as they jump forward onto X-Nova. PMA and Niku joining in the fight. And they'll be able to bring him down. For the kill, going the way of Navi Jr. It's not a ridiculous lead, but it feels very, very good. It feels like you're forcing OG to play the game they didn't really want to play, which was all in on the Terrorblade. You know, he's our boy.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
And kind of what we talked about in the beginning of the game has happened a little bit, right? Now Darkseid has a full pipe and a mech. The Gyro has his BKB. Puck got his 4-staff. It seems very hard for OG to take a proper fight now. They just have so much damage reduction, and BKB is such a strong item in this game. But there might be a fight coming now.
Looks like it. As Hookshot rolls on into the next assassin here, so Zayat is going to be that first target. Let's see if he can get away this time around with the Chain Frost just bouncing around. It is proving very difficult for OG to stand their ground against them. And now on the side, 23 Savage is trying to get the hits off on to Zayat, but cannot do so. And now 23 Savage getting caught out a little bit. He's got to survive here. Thunder comes out. There's too much damage coming out. Got the juice, brings him down. Looks at Seb. Seb as well in some trouble. He's got the egg, but why would he use it here? He's just going to fall as well. Ari also taking a tumble. It's 4 heroes dead on the side of OG Misery. How did that go so wrong?
I mean, you could kind of see what we literally just talked about. The pipe and the mech, the frost shield and the Nux assassin. Like he's still alive on full HP. with pretty much all of OG's spells thrown on him, you know, at that point it's just the fight is just over, right? So yeah, I'm not really sure if you're OG after this fight. You know, how do you actually play this game from here? I think you can't fight anymore. You have to wait for Navi Junior to come into your areas, I think, to take a fight. You cannot have these awkward fights where you are the ones sort of initiating on this nukes with Navi Junior being ready.
Yeah, I think that's the key to it. Is Navi Junior being ready.
Yeah.
feel like they need to catch them off guard. You know, OG can't be so predictable, because if you're predictable, then mine's going down as well over the
no.
side. That's really bad.
Yeah, I mean it's also a little bit like you pick this Night Stalker mid, right? Either it can pop off and go beyond godlike and destroy the game, or it can look like this, right? Where your impact is is minimal.
Puck's really trying to finish off this Rubik. This is such a messy fight. It's kind of just been happening in the mid lane. Ari desperately trying to run away, but Zayats, he's not going to let him escape. Beautiful cog coming out from X-Nova, though. That might just be enough to keep Ari alive, but it's not going to be enough to keep himself alive. The damage coming in from the sidelines. Got the juice, brings him down. Another kill going towards the Dragcopter. Things really getting out of control here. The first fight lost, got a 4k advantage for Navi Genie. The second fight lost, they've turned this into a 12k advantage. And it just feels like they can kind of do what they want now.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard. I mean, your course, Night Stalker and Phoenix basically looks like supports at this point, right? It's very hard for them to do much. You need to get this. What's your next timing for OG, right? You're gonna get BKB on Terrorblade, perhaps. Do you have anything else coming up? Like Nine is looking at S and Y, but I feel like that doesn't do anything. I think he needs to get BKB as well. Maybe then you can try to take a fight. Could also look at a very big Sunder on the target that could turn the game around, perhaps.
Okay, this is interesting. He's popping ulti and going in from behind. They won't be seeing anybody though. It's just Zayats here under the cover of invisibility.
Yeah. They're actually gonna smoke and fight into the NS ult. I mean, you might as well. Night Stalker has no
why
BKB.
not?
You can just kill him.
A free kill, unfortunately. Nine is going to go down. Ari trying to survive this one, but will not be doing so. There's 4 heroes upon him. The rest of OG is just going to piece out in this one. Go ahead, some creeps. Do something else.
I think you can also kind of see in some ways why Night Stalker is not played as much. Is that it's too easy to kind of understand when this hero is strong and when it's not strong. It's like simple, right? When the Night is up, you need to be careful. When the Night Stalker pops his ult, you need to run. You know, everybody knows this, and it's an easy plan to follow, right? So I think it's part of the reason why the hero is not that good. It's just that it's too easy to play around.
Yeah. Look at the top of the screen. If Moon, careful. If Sun, go.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Niku's literally doing whatever he wants. Like, this man has a Hurricane Pike, and that is all he felt like he needs in this game, to just run around doing whatever he wants on wherever he wants. He's doing tricks, and he's having a great time.
Trying to see if this hero's played a lot in Pro Tracker right now, this Night Stalker hero. Okay, it actually has 5,000 games. So it's quite popular right now. Which is probably also why it's in this game.
Yeah.
But it really does come down to like the laning phase and not having enough kind of pressure onto the bot lane, I would say. And then of course just the fights that have just gone completely wrong. We could have also seen the OG managed to take better fights when they were stronger. This game could have been potentially in the other way, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Yeah, there's a very easy fight to look at. The 15-minute fight at the mid. You know, you mess that one up and your whole game gets whacked out of sorts. As they try to jump here onto the Darkseer, but Darkseer turns around, vacuum wall. Jared Content gonna just unleash from the low ground. Doesn't even care. Jumps up, steps up onto 23 Savage. Savage trying to look for its under target. Does find it in Riddies. And with the egg coming through, it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. They'll just target down the egg, get rid of the egg. Now get rid of Savage. Savage is not a big enough threat to care about him being left alive through the fight uncontrolled. It doesn't matter. He doesn't do enough. And now Zayab's getting on top of 9, taking him out as well with the Blink Dagger. Oh no. Another fight. At least they killed someone this time. Let's look at the positives here, Misery.
They got the Lich, that's true. Big kill.
Big kill.
I don't know, it's just, I feel like the Darkseer pick also just looks so strong in this game. Right, like the fact that he loses his lane, loses his tower, but the hero did naturally just farm so much and gets the auras right online for his team. That every team fight after pipe just looks impossible for OG. So very cool pick, not a hero that we've seen that much the last year or two even.
Nope.
So it's nice to see that people are still thinking about kind of sort of off-brand heroes.
Yeah, you always got to keep the toolbox open and have confidence.
Not too open though, right?
Yeah, not too open or your tools will fall out.
Not
exactly.
Exactly. They fall out, people steal them.
Yeah, they're all over the floor. Always laugh. Now Aegis have got the juice. One more tower to take up on the top side. They've got their eyes upon it. Will we have a BKB for the next fight? Looks like we should. 9 needs a little bit more, a couple more creeps. He should get there. So
Dire's top tower has fallen.
why is he still got a duelist glove?
Radiant's bottom
Who has?
tower is under attack.
9.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Coming on courier now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
The rank 3 item.
Picker. But yeah, there's a base to worry about. And it's not taking a long time to kill this. Just 2 heroes. Miku got the juice. Doing more than enough damage to take down this tier 3. Now onto the barracks. Knock knock, is anybody home?
Nah, you're trying to get the BKB on Night Stalker for the last potential fight here. You're 200 off. I think this is the best option for OG, honestly. Just try to trade. And
seems to be fighting
for the
23
timing.
Savage for farm as well. So he does eventually get it here. Alright, OG.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is it. OG believers, get ready.
I mean, it's
Take a
just so
big
hard
huff
to
of
start a
copium
fight.
and watch this fight take place as the BKB is available from 9. Oh.
Okay, well,
Alright.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
it's hard. Like if you think about it from Nine's perspective, right? What he needs to do is he needs to
Is under attack.
press ultimate and run in and be in the center of the fight, silencing Darkseers and Liches and stuff like this. But there's no one to really start the fight for him, right? If Clock hooks in, he just dies. Rubik can't start the fight. Phoenix cannot egg, right, to start the fight, because then they'll just press their spells, press their BKBs and hit the egg. So, yeah, at this point it's just too hard to play. Like you really had to, you really had to win that 5 to 15 minutes and snowball from there.
Well, they did get a barracks on OG.
They did actually get a full set of racks.
Yeah, that's something. Maybe TP back and defend, and now everybody's back on OG. Yeah, okay, alright. The last line of barracks here. Aegis
Now,
still
if
up
you
for another
can
2
win
minutes.
this-
It's a little tricky.
If you can win the fight right now,
There's a game,
get
and now
the
BKB
barracks.
comes out on time from 9 this time around, but got the juice. He's just not a good target. He's got the Aegis. He just turned around and kills him. 9 tries to stand up onto the Gyro, but Gyro's got the crits. He's got the damage. He's got the juice. And he's not going to be going down yet as they'll jump in onto X-No, but he's also dead. The egg does land. 23 Savage going to try and stand his ground here and keep this egg alive, but it's just not enough. It gets killed off. 23 Savage also tries to go for the Thunder, cannot do it. He's dead as well. It'll just be the Darkseer going down. GG's come out. NAVI Junior taking game number 1 in their opening match here at DreamLeague Season 25 qualifiers.
Yeah. Rough first game for OG, but I'm sure they're gonna be fine. They did try out some sort of crazy things in this draft, in this game, and like we have mentioned a couple of times, they needed to hit that
game up on OG at this point, and it's double elimination, so they will go down to the lower bracket if they lose this one. Meanwhile, Navi Junior will move forward and only need to win one more series to secure their spot at DreamLeague season at 25. A relatively short path if you take that upper bracket route here, as there are 3 slots available, so we'll see who's able to come out on top.
Now that I think about it, actually I think Brewmaster Bounty with just the Jinada, or the, not Jinada, Shuriken Toss can actually fight back into this lane early on. Because with the Cinder Brew and this constant spam of Shuriken, I think they can bully the lifestealer early on and then get ahead in the first few levels. Bounty Hunter is a very strong laner. With the 8 armor, the constant 5-second cooldown nuke.
Yeah, he's a tanky guy. I mean, they're both pretty tanky, but then armor pretty good against lifestealer. Health pool not so good against lifestealer, so we'll see. 23 Savage playing something a little different, as you said. It has been played recently. It's come back into popularity, but still going to be interesting to see how this one performs, especially in this game as well. So it's once again trying to go for the Steel X Nova. He's got his number this time around, though. Gonna make sure they don't give up that extra bounty rune. Of course, that's when it all started to go wrong for OG last game, when Zayat stole the bounty rune, starting the game at a disadvantage. Pretty bad when minute 0 was the minute where it started to go wrong for OG last game. But
yeah, I mean the bounty rune is negligible, I would say. Of course, 4 bounty runes, then that's a problem for the mid laner, right? But
nah, bounty runes are everything. It's psychological misery, okay? You start off at a disadvantage, gets in your head. So over in the middle.
Oh, you can actually, on top lane, you can actually use the bounty on the Shuriken on the 2 melee heroes, hitting 2 heroes at once, right? So
true.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that. Oh
Strong.
my.
Oh, getting them both. It's not a huge amount of damage, but it is.
It's gonna add up
over time. Yeah.
It's gonna add up, yeah.
Short cooldown. It's gonna be a fun lane to watch. These guys are just gonna be brawling, and that might be the one getting the upper hand out of that. We'll see. Yeah, setting them both on fire with the Cinder as well would be really, really nice. Oh my goodness. Miku already falling extremely low in the middle lane, as 9 just laying on the hurt on the sniper. As expected, this is what we were anticipating, but gives up a range creep. Great from 9. I'm gonna be a little... get overzealous here. And will we see the bottle this game, or is it going to be double no bottle?
I think Sniper, no, he won't buy bottle. Puck will, of course.
But yeah. Top side, very low on Zayat here, looking like that might be your first blood. Trying to step up and get off that Cinderbrew combo. Actually ends up costing him his life. 23 Savage just takes him out. But you really got to respect the level 2 on the Ogre Magi.
Yeah, you do. That's some strong timing.
Yeah, bottom's generally just Biddies, Ari, kind of trading with each other. Not really going too hot for the Phoenix. Stepping up on 9 here a little bit. Will he go for this? No, he will not. That means he'll have to back himself away. Oh, he goes for the root. He's going to be able to pick it up here, but it's going to cost him almost all of the charges already. 9 going to run across and make sure that he doesn't get the other water root at the very least. Needs to make sure he can either deny or take this one away from the puck. And we'll go and take it himself. So I will appreciate that little top up.
Puck is doing decently well though, considering the matchup. He's gonna go and actually he's gonna look to harass the sniper here.
And going right on the tower onto the sniper. That's a bold move from Niku. But again, he likes to use these curveballs just to go really, really deep and get out when you don't expect him to. They just last so long. It's like Orb has insanely long uptime when you go for this curveball facet. I really like it. I prefer this.
He might die here though.
Oh, he's caught out a little bit, but
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I really thought he was gonna go for the bounty rune though.
Radiant's
Earlier.
middle tower is under attack.
I'm just abusing this mechanic with the tower just to constantly get these like little heals with the
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because it's pretty useless versus sniper, right? Like, what are you going to dodge of the snipers? You're not dodging anything until level 6, so he's just going to keep on spamming
Yeah, true.
phase shifts on the tower to make some use out of it. Douglas, he's getting forced back to base now. Tough times for Niku at the middle lane. This will mean the sniper starts to really pull ahead. In fact, since you said he's doing pretty well in the bad matchup, he hasn't had a single
Yeah.
last hit. So
Yeah, I don't know. I really didn't like what he was doing there. I thought he was just gonna go for the bounty rune, get more resources, right, and come back with the lane pushing him. Instead, he chose to do this dive onto sniper and fight him. But look, I mean, you just can't, right? You have to, especially after you get raindrops, like you actually cannot. Yeah, you try to harass the sniper, but you take like 300 damage yourself. It's not worth it. Look at the Phoenix now. He's gonna take the gate here, and they might look to put some pressure on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer doesn't have rage yet, actually, so this is a potential kill here.
yeah, they might catch him off guard. 23 Savage. Under tower though, so it's not going to be the easiest kill. See if they respond to this one or not. 23 Savage, he's just going to immediately go for the open wounds onto PMA and just start smacking him as Ari TP's into this one as well, but 23 Savage so low and he's gone. The return kill is there onto Zayat, but not a good trade for the side of OG. Good rotation for Navi Jr.
Yeah, this is very good,
Radiant
for sure.
structures are fortified.
Very needed, right?
Dire's top
for this
tower
lane.
is under attack.
This is kind of what we wanted to see from OG last game, using the gate. And then you have Bounty going mid, refilling for puck. I think it's also maybe time to start looking at moving with the Bounty Hunter, because Brewmaster can just sit top forever. It's very hard to kick him out now with double bracer. And you see Sayak also moving bottom for the Centaur here. Is that a kill? Could be.
Taking it as if it is.
Seems like Seb kind of knows.
Moving himself back. Zayat gets himself there. Blood Grenade coming out as well. Got the juices there with the barrage. There is no support nearby to help Seb out. They're already TP'd up to the top lane to try to save the life of the carry. And that means Seb will go down without much help. And that's just good from Navi Jr. as well. Just kind of taking advantage of the fact there's no support in that lane at the moment. So this brings him down.
Top lane.
Taking wounds out onto the Brewmaster as the harassment just constant. X-Nova going to go and camp the bounty rune as well, but over on the other side of the map, Zayat is doing the exact same thing. So
Radiant's top tower is
will just be a trade on the bounties. Both teams stealing each other's. That's mid lane. The sniper going on to the Phoenix, getting him very low indeed, and 9 will take him down. Riddies is gone. RV Jr. taking a big loss in the middle lane, almost losing Niku as well, but he's able to just sneak himself away on the sidelines. But 9, they tried to jump him, but unfortunately they were ready with X-Nova, so it did not go well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's gonna be interesting to see the Nico recovery this game. Right, last game he had a completely free lane as a puck, and now he's struggling. As he should be against the sniper, but will he be able to crawl his way back?
That's the question. I mean, he's very, very good in this puck. Grandmaster and definitely his most played competitive hero as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So we'll see that experience come into play and see what he can do from this position.
Step again.
Yeah, they're jumping him. This time he's got the ultimate though, so that's going to get him out. The Deuce and Zayat's just constantly being very, very annoying here. 9 with the amplified damage. Yeah, so this game going pretty well for OG at the moment though. This time they actually just wrap right around the tower onto 9 and they will catch him off guard. He dares to go for that stack. So Riddies, Zayats, and Niku all collapse down on him and bring down the sniper.
Yeah.
Really good read from them. I don't know how they knew that supports had disappeared up to the top side. Ah, it's because they have a vision on the high ground.
Yeah, they have
Very
vision there, and the bounty on the like running around, pretty much being a mobile ward as well, right? So they see so much of the map.
Yeah.
Very big kill for them.
Yeah, huge. It actually cuts the OG net worth pretty significantly.
Now, if not, when Brewmaster hits 6, if he also makes a move to mid and gets another kill on sniper, I feel like that's kind of their way back into this early game. Does that make sense? If they can take down this guy one more time. Lifestealer does have a completely free game though, similar to last game on Terrorblade, but Lifestealer is a bit harder to deal with, I would say.
Yeah, I'd agree. Especially as last game they had the tools to bring down the Terrorblade. This game they don't really have the tools to bring down the Lifestealer. Potentially they could ignore him for a while, but in terms of stopping him from getting off his damage, it feels pretty hard.
Gyro can eventually kill him, but I think you are gonna have to go with the ignoring him. Unless you can hit a silence or a bounty hunter stun on him or something like that. But
yeah, one of the issues with Gyrocopter as well is that it takes such a long time to build into any damage. You're going for the Hurricane Pike, or at least for the Dragon Lance, you're going for the Ags, then you're going for a BKB, and then you're like, okay, maybe I'll pick up a Chrysalis or something now, go for the Daedalus. Which is really what you need if you want to threaten Lifestealer. You can't just sit there and kind of hope that you kill him with a couple of flags or try to fight him one-on-one with a BKB and an Ag Intercept. You know, that's just not going to happen. So it's going to be a long time before they pull up any real answers to the Lifestealer, beside him kind of blundering with a Rage. As X-Nova is getting targeted up on the high ground here. They do get that kill. With these immediate TP out from him. Assassinate not going to be there in time. Zayats and Niku standing their ground a bit here, but with the sniper coming in from the side, I'm not sure they can. They recognize that, back themselves away. Niku just going to drink through a few water runes. Keep his resources up.
you also got
But again, it does just feel like they go and get kills on this enemy triangle quite often and are very rarely punished for it.
Yeah, that was also a bounty hunter just hit level 6 and they got this track kill on him. That was massive. So what's gonna happen now is Phoenix gonna run top to this Brewmaster. They're gonna smoke to mid and they're gonna collapse on the sniper, like we mentioned before. If this move works, it could be really, really big for Navi. With track kills and potentially they're gonna TP and help 9. Now there's a chance that 9 is sniffing it out.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Either he's just casually farming here, or he's actually sniffing it out. Let's see what ends up happening.
Tower is under attack.
Track comes upon him and now he's in trouble. PMA closes the gap upon him. Doesn't even feel the need to use the split at this point. But Zayats is getting very low. Zayats might be losing his life here. And yeah, does go down. But they'll take down 9. And that is a big target. Supernova coming out extremely defensively here. As they actually have X-Nova under the tower as well. And they can look over towards the Zoga Magi and take him down as the second kill for them. So it's a 2-for-1 trade at the moment. OG, can they get anything from this? Ari, with the Invis rune, how much does he trust that though? Go in and find a last. Oh, he's so close to level 6. They just can't wait for a couple of creeps to die. But no, the Invis rune's out. And Ari is revealed.
Now that move obviously worked out for Navi, but it could have been a lot worse for OG if the sniper would have been collapsed on under the tower. Because then the tower would have probably gone down in the process, or more heroes for OG would have had to TP in and also die. So still a big deal for Navi. Obviously they got what they wanted, but yeah, not as powerful move as it could have been.
Just 30 minutes into this game feels like longer due to the kind of amount of moves we've seen being made from both sides, but Navi Junior are definitely making the plays to bring themselves back in. They didn't have the best laning phase, but this post-laning phase, this early game from them, has been pretty tidy.
Yeah. No, but the puck has...
with the 9 situation very well.
The puck has recovered nicely, right? If you look at his net worth, he's only 1k behind. Level almost 10 here, getting some stacks as well. Gyrocopter as well, caught up to the lifestealer and even took over his place, so I would say they're in a very comfortable situation now.
So what do we see coming out from OG then? You know, we saw you read the play perfectly from NAVI Junior.
Yeah.
You need to get that Brewmaster to mid, get the kill, you know what now.
The thing is, I feel like OG cannot really kill NAVI Junior's heroes right now, but NAVI Junior can kill OG's heroes. Does that make sense? Like, there's no way OG can really initiate and kill any hero. You don't have Blink Lasso, you don't have Blink Centaur. Like, unless, of course, Navi could overextend and then you can die. But that's kind of the situation of the game right now, is that OG has to be a little bit careful of dying. Look bottom, for example. Are you getting dove? Look mid. The pressure on over, right?
Well, not quite enough damage from that Shuriken toss. Couldn't get in range for the Janata.
But even then, the damage is still gonna get done in this type of situation, right? Ari has to run back to base, he's not farming. So OG kind of needs to get their Blink Daggers online as soon as possible, right? So they can start threatening the map. Right now, all of Navi's junior heroes are very happy.
Yeah, they're all over the place. They're split up, they're farming, they're not threatened. And Puck even shoving the mid wave. In fact, he's probably going to be the first one to take his tower here. Although stun out onto the Puck. Can they follow it up with a assassinate? No, they can. Whoop, yes, they can. Doesn't really do much.
A game of some sort.
The assassinate's just not really landing.
Now Centaur is going to finish up his camp here, and that's going to be his Blink Dagger. Now he might click on bat and decide that he can be greedier and go for pipe straight away. Because like, if you buy this Blink on Centaur now and then it somehow doesn't work out, you might regret the purchase. I do think you need Blink Dagger eventually anyways though, because you cannot rely on just Bat Rider. Sayak is so good at these in these heroes, right? He has so high impact on them.
Oh yeah, he just always finds a way to be annoying. Harry's gonna go down a little deep there on the Bat Rider. Just trying to find the last little bit of gold he needs for that Blink Dagger. And yeah, you're right, Centaur. He did look over and has decided against the Blink Dagger for now. Picks up the Ring of Tarrasque.
I mean, he might also feel like even if he buys the Blink Dagger, that doesn't change much. Like, you still cannot really kill their heroes realistically, right? Like we talked about in the draft, where's the damage gonna come from? You're gonna Blink stun a hero, you better have Sniper and Ogre ready, right next to the target. With, you know, Navi Junior hopefully are not more heroes than you as well. Like, it's such a hard, like, scenario that has to play out perfectly for you to be able to kill a hero. So I think it's probably the right decision to just build for farm instead, right? Wait for your timing on lifestealer, get Radiance, maybe wait for Mjolnir and then try to take a fight together. But finding individual pickoffs is going to be very difficult for OG, and this is probably not going to change for a long time, honestly.
Is there any particular kind of time? I mean, surely with the Blink Dagger on
Bat Rider,
they can look for someone, right?
Yeah, I think on Bat Rider it makes more sense.
Still, you're gonna have the scaling from OG is just going to be better, right? Because they've got the Sniper, they've got the Lifestealer. Going into the late game in an even footing is going to be absolutely fine for them.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. I think it's pretty even this game. But I think it's pretty even overall. I mean, you're gonna have Radiance actually at the same time as Lifestealer. Even faster actually. Lifestealer is still 800 gold away. So that's very big. The Brew's gonna snowball his farm significantly now. I actually like Navi Junior more still. Even going late. I just feel like it's easier for them to play. this game. You're gonna have so many auras on Bounty Hunter, he already has the mech. There's so many problems, right? You have to deal with the puck, the invis bounty, the bruise split, the egg, right? And it's too many things the lifestealer and the sniper need to deal with. They don't have that high damage output.
OG moving up to the top side here. They want to see if they can catch out PMA. They kind of need to catch him before the ulti goes off, and they might just be able to do so. Stun follow-up's going to be there, but the puck is already here. Supernova coming down as well. The splits come out. Oh, it's a disaster for OG, as they'll just lose Ari and X-Nova straight off the bat. Supernova comes crashing on down. Stampede is there, but for what? They're not doing anything. 23 Savage jumping out the other side, looking for a target, but he can't find anybody to hit. He's going to pop the Rage and just TP away. I'm not even sure he's getting out from this. The damage, it's not enough.
God.
He does escape, but they've lost everybody else on the side of OG. Outperformed, outmaneuvered. Navi Jr., get him again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's exactly what we talked about, man. Just the damage is not there. You can't actually kill this guy before he gets a split off. It's so brutal. And now you gave away, I don't know how many track kills. But Bounty Hunter is going to have Greaves. He has money for Greaves right now. At 19 minutes.
Yeah, that is nuts. That is crazy. And they're just so ready. Like, Navi Jr., I don't know how they do it every time, but they are ready for OG's moves. They were already in the neighborhood. The puck was there. The Phoenix comes in. The save is immaculate. They never seem to lose heroes.
For sure. They're always reading OG's movement. But they also have this this Invis hero running around placing good vision, right? Look at OG's vision. Yeah. I mean, look at Navi's vision, right? High ground ward, 2 high ground wards, 1 enemy jungle, plus you have all the waves pushing in. Like, it's not hard to predict what OG is gonna be doing. If you don't see them on the map, they're gonna have to move somewhere. Can Ari get out of this one?
Well, actually Zayat's getting very low as well, but Ari will eventually fall anyway. Can't get to the other side of the pit. Zayat lives just by a fraction there. 9 has been caught. Niku's upon him with the haste rune as well. He's going to need some support to come on in here for him. They will. Niku not falling this time around, and 23 Savage will take the heal. A little close to comfort there. Niku this game as well, going for the Sanj and Yasha on the puck.
Yeah, he's busting out all the cool item builds for puck this series. First game, Hurricane Pike, now SNY. It's kind of cool in a way that the only way you really die this game is if you get stun lock, right? And against this like long cooldown stuns, like the Bat Rider, Lasso, it's a kind of cool choice.
So why would you go for Sanj and Yasha over like Sanj and Kaya?
This is literally just for the status resist too, I think. And then maybe because he's feeling they can't lose these games. Because they're feeling so confident. But I actually think it's pretty cool. Like, he's gonna go into the scaling puck right-click build, right? With the Hurricane Pike and Aghanims. He's gonna have so high base HP that he will never really die.
It's a crazy, crazy build, but again, Niku is just a master on this puck hero. He's always showing us something new. And going back for that Hurricane Pike, so it kind of shows that it wasn't even the Night Stalker matchup specifically, which I mean, obviously he did it because he was playing against a Night Stalker, but he wasn't forced into some weird, terrible build. The fight breaks out here again. They're going for Zayat. They're just not doing enough. But now the coil landing onto the 3 of them. Ari has to run himself away. So low on the high ground. Will eventually fall. Split comes out as well. The lockdown Seb. Seb's still tanky enough. And he's got the Blade Veil as well. So attacking him is kind of risky. As 23 Savage got to fight him with just to juice. And he's doing good work. He's doing good damage. But he needs some help. And now the Rage runs out. And he is slow as a donkey. He can't move anywhere. 23 Savage just slowly getting cooked up in this fight, trying to turn around and fight with PMA, and he's got the open wounds, and PMA's got to be a little bit careful here. Rage comes off cooldown once again, but he's just missing every shot on this damn Panda. PMA gets out. OG, they will just lose a couple here, though, so actually just the Bat Rider, so a neutral fight, I would say.
Very close, though. Everyone on OG was so low, And Buck and Bounty Hunter were fighting the sniper on the side. If they had connected to the other heroes, it could have been really bad for OG. But they make it out. And I don't know if this SNY is the best build, right? Imagine he had a Blink Dagger, he could have potentially, you know, done more with his spells than this SNY is doing.
That's a good point. Always important to look at what you're sacrificing when you do go for these different items.
The Brewmaster also has an SNY. So it is literally just it is literally just for the status resist, I think. Of course the strength is nice too, but the status resist against Centaur, Stun, and Battle Red Lasso.
Yeah, and these ignites coming through as well. They do damage, and getting them off you quick is always nice. You can see many reasons.
Battle looks like he's in trouble here.
Yeah, you could say that. Is it Roshan time now for Navi Jr.? They're certainly toying with the idea. I mean, they have the permanent tank of the Brewmaster, so they seem to have good damage.
Psych also sitting up top meanwhile. Puck has DD. Can they kill the next here?
If they kill the Lifestealer and get Roshan, then that's going to be a tough situation. And well, Coil comes up, and of course, when he's Savage, he's got plenty of survivability, but Roche goes down. It was all a distraction. It was a ruse. We weren't actually trying to kill you. We were just trying to secure a free Roche, and that's exactly what happened. So, got the juice, gets the 24-minute Aegis. Life looking good for Navi Jr. once again.
Yeah, for sure. OG do have a better shot this game though. Even though the net worth is higher than what it was last game for a long period of time. I feel like this time OG has some tools. Like they have the Crimson and the Pipe to neglect a lot of damage on the Centaur, right? They have decent games on both Sniper and Makes. Like they're right in the mix with the Puck and the Gyro. But it's again the same thing, like the only way you can really take the fight feels like is if you somehow get the burst on a hero with the Blazo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not easy, right? Like Bat is really poor.
Yeah, he's been having a tough one. Alright, he's been close to picking up some solo kills here and there, but overall, it just hasn't happened. And he has been dying a lot, so... But now has the Lifestealer inside of him. They'll go for the smoke here as well. PMA will be a great target if you think you can bring him down in time, but of course that is a big ask. But still waiting on the side here. Ari biding his time. They want to use the split. They want to see what else they can get out here before they make the call. And they're actually just not doing it. They're accepting that this might not be a great fight. They'll jump in, try to deliver onto the egg. 23 Savage immediately takes it down with the rage, but Ari's dead. It's instant. 9's gone as well. Sure, you pop the egg, but I mean, it's just a slaughter down the bottom lane. 23 Savage cannot stand his ground. He'll fall as well. 4 heroes dead on the side of OG. The play did not work out. Once again, just trying to bait, trying to push, trying to get stuff out of the side of Navi Jr., but Junior just way too confident.
Yeah, I feel like the brew pick has really turned out to be like just genius, right? They can't they can't actually do anything to this guy. Especially now when he has the levels and the SNY and everything, like they can never kill him before he gets split off. No. And you can't really kill the split either with the heroes you have. So it's just such a hard fight again. He's always going to be breaking the smokes and everything. Yeah.
It looks super awkward because they smoke up the first person they find, Brewmaster. Okay, well,
yeah, with the status stance, the void brawler.
Yeah. Like Ari's just sitting on the side with a Lifestealer inside of him, Blink Dagger ready under the cover of smoke, and just doesn't jump until the egg gets used, and basically just sacrifices his life to kill off the egg. It's not just his life, it's also like the entire duration of Rage pretty much. 23 Savage just has to spend hitting an egg. Like, yeah, it gets you a kill and everything, but when you come out the other side, it's a tough time. Now the Gyrocopter easily hitting his Daedalus timing at the 28-minute mark. again, just making this game take an entirely different pace now.
I mean, NAVI Junior also just has so much poke, and it's such an easy time killing heroes.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
like,
I mean,
sure, they didn't die this time, but they both have to run back to base, right?
Yeah,
and
this is a centaur. This is a centaur with blade mail, pipe, crimson guard. This guy his entire build, his entire existence in life is to be tanky, and he just gets prodded out of lane with zero commitment whatsoever. Like that's
exactly. It costs no resources for Navi to do these things, right? Whereas if OG needs to get a kill, they need to blow everything the whole spell they have. They also need to be smoked. Yeah, it's rough.
very.
Look at Puck's item, man. If you saw these items, would you guess it was Puck? It's pretty hard to predict, right?
Yeah,
maybe the Witchblade gives it away. That's pretty much it.
Dropped a lot onto Ari here, but Ari gets away. Nobody catches out Ari 8 times in a row. OG looking, I mean, 10 seconds left on the Aegis. You know, if there's ever a time to go, this might be your last chance to kind of catch NAVI Junior in a state of disarray.
Okay. What does the fight look like? The best possible fight for OG?
So PMA TP's back to base for no reason. And then you jump in and catch the Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you need to lasso a killer hero, right?
Yes.
Any hero, really. Of course, it would be great to kill the Gyro first, or the Puck first. Seems very difficult to do though, but that's kind of what you want. You want to start the fight with a clean kill. Or you need to force the Brewmaster to cast his split.
Yeah.
Then you kite back, right? Kite back and don't die. But look what's already happening now. You're getting hunted severely here, and there's no way you're gonna get out.
Just in like the worst possible place in the map.
Yeah,
it's not good. 0 chance of survival. And X-Nova's gonna go down as well. He's already shown us several times that he doesn't care about his Dream Core cooldown. If you try and TP out in front of him, he will just use it.
Like we've seen many times this game already, the Sayag is just setting up everywhere.
It feels like he's never punished. How many deaths does he have? He's got 4 deaths. I mean, I guess 4 deaths isn't nothing. Like,
yeah, it's so hard. Like, who's gonna kill him, right? It's first of all, you need to know and see where he is. Like, he's the one hunting you, right? Most of the time. And like we already mentioned several times, that the way OG kills heroes is it's not easy. You don't have the damage or the catch for it.
At least we'll go down for a jib. Something. Oh, and then the shot goes to Ari.
Oh, Satanic on Gyro. Now you really can't burst him anymore.
Yep, he's got the Daedalus to be able to threaten the lifesteal of the fight, and now the Satanic to not die in the fight. It's feeling a little bit over.
Need to catch the Phoenix first or the Bounty first. 100 to 0 them, and then take the...
Yeah, without any response
the fight
from NAVI Junior.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? The sniper has no BKB. Like, even Lifesteal doesn't feel like he can do enough. Gyrocopter can actually just fight him head on, no problem.
Yeah, Niku just being obnoxious as always. Dancing up and down on the high ground. I mean, at least you've got a sniper on the high ground. Maybe you're all glass half full here, but Potentially, they could hold out for a very long time. You know, you've got the 2 carries when we reach the ultra late game and tier 5 items and whatnot. Maybe that means you feel better on the side of OG. I don't know.
Nah, I'm not sure too. It feels like a very frustrating game for OG to play.
Yeah, this can't be fun. There's a lasso. Oh, onto the Lotus Orb as well. So absolutely nothing going to be made of that. Well, actually, no, there's still Kill of Sciats. Who cares? If you're lassoed in place, you're still locking the guy down, and they will kill off the bounty hunter. So Xnova's life is going to be traded for it, though. Sad. Pretty low on health here, actually, and the Bladenail's going to come out, but the egg is there, and oh no, 23 Savage just gets blasted! Oh no!
I didn't even see him. Oh my god.
What happened?
He just disappeared, yeah.
That was a life stealer. That was a strength carry in there. That looked like support just jumping in and getting blended. Niku takes down another triple kill for the puck. Chrysalis puck absolutely going to town. This is looking filthy.
I also just realized the Void Bruling, the pull he has, pulls the hero 700 range level.
It was so low, yeah.
I
just got blasted into the entire enemy team.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that far.
Buyback from Seb here. Seb and Ari. Trying to hold their ground here. Nova comes back in. 9 going to buy back as well. They're realizing this might be it. The Gyrocopter is going for their base. He's going for the throne. Xnova trying to defend, throw out some... Oh my god, he's getting poked to death though. He's already lost most of his health. He has to go back into the fountain. Navi Jr. though, never a team to take unnecessary risks. They don't see this as being worthwhile. The call gets made. Get yourselves back. Get yourselves safe. Get yourselves farmed. We've got a Roshan to take as well. So no reason to force some clutch out, you know, throne push here, all in on it. It's got to be tempting in that position for sure. You see that win right in front of you, but Navi Jr., you know, the name of the game, it's discipline. It always is.
Well, I mean, I think the second sniper bought back and the Gyrocopter started getting hit by him. I think they just be like, okay, this is too annoying. Let's just go back. But the game was over if Sniper had no buyback. There's no way they can hold without him. Is there a way they can hold against Gyrocopter Aegis though? And it seems hard, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Chances always maybe. Very, very tricky though. They'll get their lane shoved in the meantime. Throw it down bottom, throw it down mid, but that top lane looking very, very vulnerable at the moment.
I mean, Lifestealer also have had to buy a nullifier, so he doesn't really he's not really tanky actually. So I feel like even if he just runs in and starts hitting, Gyro will just kill him through the rage.
Physical damage from Gyro, that's what you're gonna destroy.
Even Puck, right? With so much, and Brew for that matter. Like everyone has so much damage.
We get to watch that in action now, as he does do exactly that onto Got the Juice, and Got the Juice just barely notices. As all 9 deep inside the base, the damage coming out from the puck, but the heals there from the Lifestealer, and they almost bring down the puck as a response, but 9 once again getting low, and this time he will not survive. Heals out onto 23 Savage, the rage is there, but the Supernova crashes down, and that means 23 Savage, well, he will make it back to the base, but the GG's already been called. They're diving the fountain, they're killing them inside their base. Oh, it's tragic. OG. They will lose everybody and the game and the series. They are down to the lower bracket. Navi Jr., well, they wallop them.
Yeah, very, very